Welcome to a beautiful Sports Focus. That's right. The Super Bowl is over. The whooping.
Here you go. Go ahead, wave it.
Is this what Peyton did? After Demaryius got hit, did somebody wave the top of that? Look, that's enough. Just play the game and just finish it.
Hey, help me! Help me! Yeah, they butt whooped.
It seemed like that's what the Broncos did up in there. They just went like, hey, Seattle, just don't hit none of our players too hard. That's
Do we got headstone so we can bury them?
Go there.
Okay.
Well, Super Bowl 48 is over, and so is the NFL season. That is it. First impressions, Mr. Civils, of Super Bowl 48.
Well, like I told someone before, they kept worrying about the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense going head-to-head. They didn't think about the number 27 passing defense against a mobile Russell Wilson.
The kickoff shut me up. I'm sorry. That kickoff shut me up when he couldn't get about 15 yards. I was like, whoa.
That's a good point. That pretty much set the tone on how this game was going to go, because Holiday, he's like the fastest guy, like Jet. They stopped him at the 11 quick.
Yes.
I said, whoa.
And then, of course, the first offensive play for the Broncos, the snap over the head.
You saw Peyton like, hey!
Peyton like, check, Omaha, oh!
Actually, they said he didn't even say Omaha the whole game.
He did.
The entire game, he never said Omaha.
Maybe he should have said Omaha and could have changed the fortune of the team.
He should have said the city and the state.
He should have said
Nebraska,
Colorado, Indianapolis, something, anything. My thoughts on this game, it was one of the worst Super Bowls that I've watched, because going into the game, you had a top team in the AFC, top team in the NFC. I expected, these two top teams to duke it out. And what did we get? We got Seattle like they was playing the Cowboys or something, and Romo finally he got his team there, and then, but it happened to Peyton.
Again,
it happened to Peyton.
Let's not forget that. Again, I think it's 11-13 in the playoffs.
Such a great quarterback, and he has a losing record for a postseason record.
I'm sorry. Only thing I saw 3 phases of a team just simply was amazing.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
What they say: offense, defense, special teams. Everything was hitting.
Everything scored. The first time in NFL history, all 3 phases scored.
Yep, they got scored everything.
Yes.
Safety.
Complete. Before we get back into the Super Bowl, I would like to talk about the Hall of Fame announcements. Congratulations to all of the inductees. Andre Reed, long overdue. Derek Brooks, he got in. Ray Guy, the punter.
Really? Finally?
Ray Guy got in. Finally. I know you hating on punters, but he's definitely, if you're going to put a punter in,
he was the best.
He got to go in.
Wasn't he the one that Al Davis picked in the first round?
First round pick for a punter. And that shows the type of G Al Davis was when he was in his right frame of mind.
Yeah, he was. Good.
But there was one omission.
Again.
Charles Haley.
Somebody must
5
really
rings.
just like him.
5 rings, people. 5 rings. This was not, and no disrespect to John Sally, he was not a John Sally player. If you're familiar with John Sally, he got his 2 with the Pistons. He got on with the Lakers or the Bulls. He
went back and forth.
Yeah, back and forth. Pretty much latched on to those teams, and you got multiple championships. He wasn't even though Robert Horry was a contributor, he hit some big shots.
Yes.
Robert Horry happened to get on some teams too.
Yes, it did.
But Haley was a player you had to look out for.
He was the missing piece in Dallas, and once
He
they
was
got
the
him in
missing piece, and that really set me off. I know that set you off. That all this time. Only thing I can come up with in my research that I'm doing is media, since they're the ones that's voting in all this thing. They have an issue with Charles Haley.
Did he talk to the media?
he was one of those people that he seemed like he bullied the media. These media guys and women and.
But he was always honest and he was straight to the point. If he didn't want to talk to you,
he was bipolar, had bipolar, stuff going on, and maybe they holding that against. That's the only thing I could think of.
And cowboy bias, but
bias.
They always say that I'm just hallucinating because we don't have all of that.
Cowboy bias is real. Exactly, that is real. Now,
bias.
Sure, it is bias. How come Drew Pearson not in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of people not in the Hall of Fame.
It took Mel Renfro 20-something years to get into the Hall of Fame. That's going back. Now, there's no way that Charles Haley should be in that Hall of Fame. 5 rings, 2 with the Niners, 3 with the Cowboys. It's an outrage, and you voters should be ashamed of yourselves. Now, I said my piece on that. I still got some more for y'all on that one because I ain't done with that. That's ridiculous. Oh, and let me also say about the NFL honors. Did you see how Strahan, they bring Strahan, put him in the Hall of Fame. He was the last one introduced, like, oh, you're in New York. Let's put Strahan in.
Strahan before Haley.
No way. No
No.
way. Not even Sapp.
Sapp before Haley.
I can't believe this. They had John Randall. They had all these Cortez. Okay, they were all great players. But Charles Haley, come on. It's ridiculous.
The only modern day player with 5. The only modern day player with 5.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
He has the 100.5 sacks, 2-time defensive player of the year. He has all that stuff. Done. But I'm going to get back into that. All right, let's get back to this Super Bowl. Super Bowl 48. It was the most highest rated Super Bowl of all time.
Listen, that game was boring.
It was very boring. I must agree with you on that one, Mr. McIntosh, for the one word you did say. Okay. It was the highest rated game since the 2011 Patriots-Giants game.
Well, everyone watched it because they thought it would be a shootout.
Exactly. That's why I watched the game. I thought it was going to be a great game. 27-24, 27-20, something around there.
Boring.
Very boring.
I was about to change the channel.
But if you were a Seahawks fan, you enjoyed it.
You know it's bad that when the Super Bowl is on and every time the commercial goes off, you change the channel.
Listen.
Right, Craig, did you see the halftime? Bruno
Yeah,
Mars?
very good.
I saw bits and pieces of it.
I always liked him, and I hope that elevates his
He was good.
stature
Him
in
and
the
Red
music.
Chili.
And I think he was amazing.
Yeah, Red Chili, that was good too.
Because he brings back that old school. That's what I liked about him. He brought back, you see them moves, that temptation moves and all that.
James Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah, he was.
James Brown did it quicker than him. That's crazy. James Brown did all that quicker than him, so you better step your game up, Bruno.
There you go.
Michael Smith, MVP, somebody I never even heard of.
Wait a minute. Now, I got to say something about this. When I saw him, he still had shoulder pads on. Young looking dude, like, huh? Really? Who?
Isn't that he a rookie?
No, this is his second year.
Second year?
Second or third year.
I was like, huh? Who?
USC.
Exactly.
But you have to now see. Pete Carroll talked about him because he said when he was at USC, his brother played for him, and his brother he was always there with his brother. So it's like he known him and he knew Pete's system because he was always there. So it was easy for him to get into it.
That was my key play of this whole game is the interception that Peyton threw when he threw it
and hit it iron.
What was No Sean Moreno doing?
Standing around.
Do you remember? Can you visualize? People visualize what the ball is in the air, is just floating there. He just stands there like.
He didn't try after it.
But here come Malcolm Smith. He's on that front. He just joop and just gone. The Broncos. I know Peyton said he's not embarrassed. He took that as an insult, but he should be. The whole team.
Wes said that he was embarrassed. He said he's not going to say it was an embarrassment because he said there's a lot of guys in that locker room that worked hard to get here. Disappointing. I would say, I'm not going to say embarrassing simply because he didn't face a defense like that Seattle defense all year. Yes.
Hey,
Listen,
Yeah.
only one player played for Denver that whole game. That was Wes Welker. I'm sorry, everybody
yeah,
else.
he caught his passes, even the one that Chancellor lit him up. I don't know who gonna
Yeah.
catch that one.
It's
But,
just
I mean,
because Chancellor when he paid off and went, I said, "Dang!"
don't you see
But
how
they're
smart
fast.
these guys are, though?
Yeah.
Chancellor was going down the middle, watching, I think, the tight end or something, and then he seen the pass going the way, bam.
But see, they say the worst thing about that defense is they can do it all. They can play zone, they can play man, they can play bump and run.
How you gonna get them?
Say what can you do? And
How
they
can you
said
gonna
how,
get 'em?
how how when you set them up and they switch and they may be playing bump and run
But
on
see,
the
only,
left.
only one way you can get them, only way you get that team, is that you have to play. You gotta move quick, have a quick count.
Your
gotta be
your
really-
intensity has
have
to be at a high
right there.
level.
and you had to,
and your defense need to stop people.
and you gotta be able to.
Stops.
You gotta be
Get
able
some
to
turnovers.
get some force some flags on them.
You
You
gotta
force
get it.
flags on them, then they had to pull back a little bit.
Russell Wilson. What do you think about Mr. Wilson there?
He done more than what everybody told me. He wasn't no game manager. He done more.
He's an amazing young man.
His
Second
mobility.
year. That mobility. I love how
Mobility.
he's moving around the field, but he's still looking downfield.
Right.
If he knows he got to take off, he'll take off.
And the difference between him, RG3, and Kaepernick is he looks to throw first.
Yes.
A great Super Bowl matchup will be him and Andrew Luck. When that team, the Colts can get together, get that defense, get their offense. I don't know if Wayne's coming back, but if they can get that together, I think that would be an amazing
Yeah, it will.
matchup.
Yeah.
Now, the legacy of Peyton Manning. Is it tainted? Is it not? Is it just, hey, he just came up on a bad game?
Hey, listen. To me, Peyton is gonna be Peyton. He's gonna have his legacy. It's gonna be intact. It was a whole team effort, even though everybody blaming him. When he was trying to throw the ball, he was like surrounded a little thing. He couldn't throw the balls like he was supposed to. He did throw ducks.
Yep, he threw some
He
ducks,
threw
just like Sherm said.
he threw one interception that was really bad. But a
Second
couple,
one, he just got hit.
his other one got hit, and his players had the ball, dropped the ball, and the snap. They was unprepared.
I don't know if the legacy is tainted because
I don't think so.
he is a great quarterback. You can't say, okay, what you gonna put him in the level of Tony Romo?
No.
Oh, no, that's a slap. That's an insult to him.
Now, Chris Carter, even though I don't like him too much, and Trent Dilfer, I hate him even more, had a very interesting conversation on ESPN where Trent Dilfer said, when you sit up there and you look at it, you have to separate the regular season and the playoffs. You have to do this, you have to do that. Chris Carter said, wait. When you're in your quarterback circle, do anybody make excuses for Dan Marino? They don't make excuses for Dan Marino. They don't. So why are you making excuses for him? So if his is not tainted from this poor playoff experience, so if Dan's not, from his lack of Super Bowl experience, that one Super Bowl and getting into the playoffs and getting far, why should Peyton's?
Peyton.
He
All right, enough of Peyton. Now let's talk about the real team here. Seahawks. Is this a dynasty in the making?
One more.
Yes. 2 maybe.
If they win one, they'll get.
Do
their
you
feet
think?
in the
Do
door.
you think they could repeat?
Yes.
It'll be tough, but if they get past a pissed off Drew Brees, with their Saints defense actually coming back around again,
Yep.
and the 49ers who's itching to get back to Super Bowl after being there, then being one step away from it again.
I say no. I say no
It's gonna be hard.
because just look at the division that they're in. They're not in some, okay, you got one team and then the
Yeah,
rest
so
suck.
that division
They
is
have four
Four
teams,
teams.
Arizona, Rams, and the
49ers.
49ers. All of them are solid. So it's going to be very difficult for the Seahawks to come out of that division. Now, you got the Cardinals had a year up now. So it's going to be very tough. I wish them all the luck. I like that team, but I don't think they're going to make it.
It's gonna be interesting.
Very interesting season.
That
And
whole
who's gonna
NFC
wait,
is.
quick, who's going to start the season? Is it going to be the Broncos, Giants, Raiders, Packers, Cowboys, Niners, Cardinals, or Rams for the Seahawks? The first game of the NFL year.
49ers.
No, it's going to be either it's 49ers or either the Broncos. They're going to
49ers.
send them back up there to Seattle.
And don't be surprised if it's the Dallas Cowboys. Watch out for that one.
Jerry
And
Jones.
folks, that's all the time we have for
Jerry
you.
Jones, really?
Jerry
Thank you,
Jones.
Mr. Sybills. And thank you, Mr. McIntosh.
Whatever.
It was a boring Super Bowl, but I hope you enjoyed it.
It was a
Peace.